Hi YouTubers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Uncle Pythagoras signing in. We are still on that matter. We are preparing for a final examination for Matrix 2024. Today we are going to do paper 2, which is taken from Northwest paper 2 September 2024. It's question 7. It reads as follows. In the diagram, D, B, and C lie in the same horizontal plane. AB is a vertical tower. The angle of depression from A to C is 30 degrees. BCD is equals to BDC is equals to 90 minus beta. And AB is equals to H meters. This is the drawing. We have D equaling to 90 degrees minus beta. C is 90 minus beta. B is the angle which extends to the height of the horizontal plane. This is all in the horizontal plane, and this A forms a 90 degrees with AC and with BC and BD. Now the question comes as 7.1 says, determine the length of BC in terms of H for 2 marks. They want us to determine the length of BC, this length, BC, in terms of H. Now, before we do that, we're going to write solutions. Statement. Reason. In geometry, everything that we say is a statement and we have to back it up with a reasoning. Now, we are going to start by construction. When we construct, we are going to draw a line parallel to H from C to E. We are going to draw a line parallel to H. Let's say this line of ours goes like this. Now we draw the line parallel to that. Now this has been constructed. We have constructed this line. It's supposed to go like this. Now we're going to tell them what we have done. Draw a line from C extended to E such that EC is parallel to AB. Now we have to indicate here, that AB, this line, is parallel to EC. Now we are proving 7.1 says determine the length of BC in terms of H. If we come here to C to look at this angle, angle EAC. Angle EAC is equals to angle ACB. Which is 30 degrees. The reason for that, you see our reason is going to come like here. This is the line of our that separates the statement from the reason. The reason for this statement is that this angle AB is parallel to EC. It forms what? Alternative. You always start with the condition. Let's say alternative angles AB is parallel to EC, right? Now, if now we know that this 30 degrees is here, so we are going to use the ratio of tangent. The ratio of tangent, which is 10, 30 degrees equals to, this is 10 tangent of 30 degrees equals to opposite over adjacent, which is H over BC. Now BC will be equals to H over 10 30 degrees. We have cross multiplied. This BC comes here, this 10 30 comes there. Then BC equals to H 10 30 degrees. But we know that if we go to our special angle is states that right, if you want to take all the special angles, the 60 degrees, the 30 degrees, the 45 degrees, you can use this one. This is the simplest one. This is the simplest form. You start here. I've done this before with you. You can check back from the previous paper 2 that I have done with you for trigonometry. Now this is going to be, you start here at this point. At this point the x-axis is 0. You move to the next one. From 0 you go to 1. From 1 you go to 2. From 2 you go to 3. From 3 you go to 4. You start here again. The value of y here is 0. From 0, y, the other y that follows here is 1. The other y that follows here is 2. The next y that follows here is 3. The next y that follows here is 4. Then our r is 2. So you start to apply the square root. The square root of 0 is 0. The square root of 4 is 2. Now you change this 4 to make it 2. The square root of 3 remains square root of 3. The square root of 2 remains the square root of 2. The square root of 1 remains 1. The square root of 0 remains 0. You come to the axis. The square root of 4 is 2. Now you remove this 4, you put a 2. The square root of 3 remains square root of 3. The square root of 2 remains square root of 2. The square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 0 is 0. Now, you start by saying 30 degrees, followed by 60 degrees, followed by, oh, this is 45, this is 45, this is 45, after 30 is 45, 45 degrees. From there you go to 60 degrees, your 60 degrees will be here, there you go. Then from here to here you go to 90 degrees, here is 90. So you come to 1030, here is 1030. 1030 is opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. Your opposite in this case is y, which is 1 over adjacent is x, square root of 3. Now you take your 1030 as 1 over square root of 3, you put it here, which is going to be h over 1 over square root of 3, which is, it's h multiplied by square root of 3 over 1, which is the same as h root 3. You have taken your 2 marks. It was 2 marks. So BC in terms of h is going to be h square root of 3. Right, 7.2. 7.2 reads thusly: write down the size of DBC in terms of beta. Let's check DBC. Which angle is that? DBC. They are referring to angle B. They want us to calculate this angle in terms of beta. Now you come to say, we write statement and reason. More space of the statement, less space of the reason. Now we have to check that this B lies in triangle ABC and BDC. But in ABC, there is no beta. They said we must represent it in terms of beta. Write down the size of DBC in terms of beta. We come here in our diagram. Our diagram that has got beta is triangle BDC. So we say consider triangle BDC. Angle B plus angle D plus angle C is equals to 180 degrees. The reason for that is the sum of triangle is equals to 180 degrees. Now we don't have B, we say B plus D. D is here, D is 90 minus beta, C is 90 minus beta. That was all given from the statement. This is BCD is equals to BDC is 90 minus beta. Now we come to say 90 here, 90 degrees minus beta, that is D, plus C, it's also 90 minus beta is equals to 180 degrees. Now, because we want to find beta, angle B is equals to 180 degrees minus, we take this, that side, it is going to be 90 minus beta plus 90 minus beta. Right? This is going to be 180 minus, when we check here, we're still having a minus. You are going to add 90 plus 90, you get 180 degrees minus beta, and minus beta is minus 2 beta. Then we multiply throughout by a negative sign. This is going to be 180 degrees minus 180 degrees plus 2 beta. 180 minus 180 is 0. We are left with B is equals to 2 beta. You have taken your, how many marks was that? 7.2. 7.2 was 1 mark. We go for 7.3. 7.3 says show that DC is equals to H root 12 sine beta for 5 marks. Now here we have to work smart. Here we have to work smart. Metric, do not panic. You must use all the knowledge that you have, know all the theorems, know all the concepts that you have when you are dealing with paper 2. I advise you to go back and revise all your theorems, know how to prove them, know how they become, and then you will be able to apply them. We are not applying in the same way when we are doing geometry. We don't apply the same way, but the answer will be the same. Let's do our 7.3 here. We have a statement. We have a reason. Please do not forget to subscribe. This is reason. You must subscribe, like, share and comment. Right, 7.3 says that, let's read again the question. Show that DC is equals to H square root of 12 sine beta for 5 marks. Let's check DC. DC is here. DC is inclusive of 90 degrees minus beta, 90 degrees plus beta, and the angle beta. This angle B, we have calculated it to be 2 beta. It was 2 beta. Let me write it properly here. 2 beta, that is angle B. Now, it's clearly that we are working on triangle BDC. So, if we can use sine rule here, we want this side. So, we can take this angle with the opposite side of this angle. We can take this, where is DC? Is here. We can take this one with the opposite angle of this, or we can take this one with the opposite angle of this. Either one of them, as long as we have 90 minus, because this is 90 minus, the opposite of it is BC. But do we really need BC? Yes, BC, we need it, because we have what? BC is H root 3. So we are going to use BC. This is the side that we are going to use. Let me use the different colored chalk. This is the very important side that we need to use. This side we need, this side is required. So this angle, this side includes that angle, this side includes that angle. So if you say DC over sine B is equals to BC over sine D, that is a sine rule. We are applying sine rule in that one. We are going to say DC over sine B, DC over sine B is equals to, what side do we need again? This one, BC over sine D, BC over sine D. The reason for that is sine rule. If you write this without giving them the reason, then that mark falls apart. So let's just refer. We said DC over sine B, DC over sine B is equals to BC over sine D. Right? And sine D is 90 minus beta. Sine B is sine 2b, 2 beta. Then we have DC. Right? Let's come and apply everything that we have. We had that DC, they say calculate DC. Calculate, show that DC. Now we want DC. Let's write DC first. Over sine B. What was B? It's 2 beta. Sine B is calculated as 2 beta. So we're going to say DC over sine 2 beta is equals to, what is BC? BC has been calculated here at 7.1. 7.1. We did not write the solution here. Construction, this is 7.1. At 7.1, they said determine the length of BC in terms of age. This is BC, which has been calculated as age root 3. So BC is age root 3 over sine D. Sine D, we are coming to check D. Our D is 90 minus beta. So we are going to say sine 90 minus beta, that is sine D. A sine of 90 minus beta. Now there is something that is going to come to play. Sine 2 beta, we know that it is going to be, let's come and rather let's work that side. Let's work here. DC is what is needed from us over sine 2 beta is the same as sine beta plus beta, right? Is equals to h root of 3 over a sine of 90 minus. We're coming back to cast rule. Cast rule said all students take coffee. 90 minus theta is in the first quadrant, and all the trigonometric functions are positive. This is what it says. 90 minus, our beta is theta in this case. 90 minus beta is positive. So we're going to say, because it's sine, this is 90 means cofunction. Cofunction means you change the sine to cosine. You add co in the sine, then you get a cosine of beta. Now everything that we have done here, we need just to work a little bit here. the DC will come out automatically. Now let's check what is sine. Let's just take DC. DC is equals to, let's multiply first, cos beta, this multiplied by that, we cross multiply here, then is equals to h root 3 sine of beta plus beta. We take this cos beta, we divide it through, we find that DC is equals to h root 3 sine of beta plus beta. Divide by, we divide it throughout by cos beta. Cos beta. Now, sine beta plus beta is going to be h root of 3. Sine beta plus beta is the same as sine beta cos beta plus cos beta sine beta. All over cos beta. Now we have, this is going to be, this is 1, this is another 1. So 1 plus 1 it's 2. We are going to get a h root 3 2 of sine beta cos beta, all divided by cos beta. You see there is a cos beta on the denominator, there is a cos beta on the numerator. We are left with h root 3 times 2 sine beta. This 2 can come as a numerical value. Let's finish this 7.3 here. 7.3 is going to be finished here. We said DC is equals to, we multiply this 2 to h. We are going to get 2h root 3 sine of beta. Now we need to take this 2 inside there. The root sign is going to be h into a root of 3 multiplied by 2 squared. When you take this 2 inside the root, you square it. You multiply that by sine beta. Now it's h root of 12. 3 times 4 it's 12. 12 sine beta. You have your 5 marks. We have proven that DC equals to h root 12 sine beta. Uncle Pythagoras has shown you the methods and has shown you all the tricks that you need to apply. Do not hesitate, do not shy away from applying all the knowledge that you have up to so far. Please, I know that you are going to make it, and good luck for you all matrix until we meet in the next video, because there are a lot of things that I need to share with you before you can sit and write your paper too. Thank you very much. Uncle Pythagoras signing out. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. Thank you very much. Have a good day.